All right, boys and girls, gather around because the Trump administration just bought 10% of Intel. Yeah, Intel, the company that hasn't had a good product since AOL was cool. And now Trump says this is just the beginning. He's promising more deals, defense contracts, shipbuilding, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and maybe AI data centers. So, congratulations, America. We've officially discovered what socialism looks like when it's wearing a red tie and yells, "You're fired." So let me explain. Trump basically took the billions of dollars Intel was already getting from the 2022 CHIPS Act. You remember that? Biden's big tech subsidy plan. And instead of giving it away as a grant, he said, nope, daddy wants equity. And Intel, which is about as desperate as Blockbuster stores in 2015, said, sure, daddy, take 10%. This is what Trump calls business. Most economists call it extortion, but hey, semantics, right? Now, this isn't just about Intel. Trump's team is floating trial balloons, defense contractors, shipbuilding, Fannie and Freddie, and my personal favorite, AI data centers. Why? Because data centers are the new oil rigs. They need power, they need permits, and they guzzle electricity like Mitch McConnell guzzles Metamucil. That gives the government leverage. And Trump's favorite thing is leverage. As just go ahead and ask his bank if you're unsure about that. Now, one, we have defense contractors. Lockheed Martin is already basically an arm of the US government. They don't even pretend. Every time a missile hits a Yemeni wedding, Lockheed's stock pays a dividend. Trump is taking 10%, would just make it would basically sign the dotted line at that point. Hell, put it on the NASDAQ ticker, LMTG, Lockheed Martin and Trump Group. Shipbuilding, Trump says he wants to make shipbuilding great again. This is the same guy who thought aircraft carriers should be powered by coal. But hey, maybe we can slap a MAGA hat on a submarine and call it innovation. Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. These two are government sponsored enterprises already. Trump's idea, privatize them, but keep a government stake. That's like saying we're closing the DMV, but I still get to keep the lines. And then AI data centers, the big one, the big kahuna. Here's where it gets fun. AI data centers could be next. Why? Because they're the lifeblood of the AI boom currently. And they use more electricity than the entire nation of Greece alone. No joke. Google's servers could power a small country or one large crypto bros garage. And since they need permits and power, the government can say, sure, we'll help you build, but daddy wants his cut. That's not capitalism, folks. That's Shark Tank with nukes. And here's the kicker. Republicans are screaming socialism. Remember when they freaked out because Obama bailed out GM? Yeah, but now their guy is literally taking government equity stakes in companies left and right. This isn't socialism, though. Oh no, it's patriotic capitalism, which is like saying Taco Bell is authentic Mexican food. Technically edible, but let's not kid ourselves. So Wall Street doesn't know what to make of this. On one hand, Intel stock got a boost because, well, the US government is now their sugar daddy. On the other hand, companies like NVDA are sweating not because they need money, but because the government might start demanding a cut. Not great, right? Remember, Trump already told NVIDIA, you can sell chips to China again, but we're taking 15% off the top. That's not policy, that's the mob. Next time, Powell better show up to Jackson Hole with a violin case. So how does this go exactly? Well, three things. One, best case, the US government turns into the world's weirdest hedge fund, Intel rebounds, Lockheed fattens up, and suddenly Uncle Sam is paying the national debt with dividends. Worst case, we're basically Venezuela with better branding. The government owns chunks of every big company, the market's distorted, and every earnings call starts with, thank you, President Trump, for letting us exist. And the most likely case, total chaos. Some industries get nationalized light, others don't. Companies spend more time lobbying Washington than innovating, and the stock market trades like it's on meth. In other words, just another Thursday. So yeah, Intel was just the appetizer. Trump wants the buffet, though. It's like he's at Golden Corral, this guy. And let's be honest, that man doesn't need to be at any more buffets. Maybe he should invest in some salads. And business leaders, well, they're nervous. Investors, they're confused because they have no idea what's going on, let alone they probably don't even know this is happening, if we're being honest here. And economists are, well, becoming alcoholics or seasoned drinkers or competitive drinkers, as I like to call them. But here's the lesson for traders. Don't fight the tape and don't fight Trump when he's got his eye on your balance sheet. If daddy wants his cut, daddy's getting his cut, baby. The only real question is, when does the government IPO itself onto the New York Stock Exchange? Ticker symbol LOL. Well, that's your quick recap of America's new business model. Capitalism, if it were run like a reality show. Smash that like button, drop your favorite Trump deal in the comments, and hey, if you're long NVIDIA, maybe start saving for that 15% Trump tax. I'll see you D-Gens next time.